I know many of you have asked me, what are you doing with Ranger now? I haven't been seeing any updates or anything, and the truth of the matter is this is what Ranger's been doing. Just kind of hanging out and enjoying the life of luxury because we've been busy, as ever, and so unfortunately he's kind of been put on the back burner for the last little bit.
Yeah, good boy.
I was lucky enough to draw an elk tag this year and got my very first elk. And so I pulled Ranger out of partial retirement, and we boned her out and packed him up so he had over 200 pounds of meat on his back, and he did a good job. He didn't know that he really appreciated this break in his retirement, but I told him he needed to earn his keep somehow. One thing I was able to do is to take Ranger over to the Eugene Trail Challenge Clinic that they put on this year. And it was really a lot of fun. We had a great time, and here's Ranger going through some of the obstacles. I did realize that he is a little bit speedy for this slow stuff, and so he needs a little bit of practice to learn to just kind of slow down and control himself. You'll see him playing Morse code here on all the poles, and then of course the fastest way through a bad log spot would just be to jump it. But I have high hopes that he'll figure this out pretty soon. The rocks, the big rocks, he did pretty good navigating through that. And the bridges, of course, were no problem at all. He is a trooper. He's just young and has no patience. So that is something he'll have to learn, but I don't think he'll have too much trouble with it. This course was set up with all kinds of dips and ditches and obstacles, and so it was really fun, and it was a great time of just playing with different things and seeing if your horse would do the things that you asked him to do. And Ranger kind of looked at a few things, but really he did go full speed ahead and did everything that I asked him to do. This was the water crossing. It was really great the way they had this stuff set up. And even the first time we practiced it, Ranger had no trouble going in. They even had a little more severe one where you had to kind of drop into it, and he crossed it also with no problem. And here we had a tarp, you can't really tell, in there that you had to go over. And then we were asked to back through these logs. And it's just, this whole course is set up to where it's very practical. It's things that you need on the trail. You know, you're going to have ditches. You're going to have water runs where things are going to be washed out and stuff. It was just fun. It's the biggest indoor trail course on the West Coast, I believe. But like I said, we just had a blast doing it, and loading them in the horse trailer. And then our last thing was to stand ground tied. And Ranger, being the busybody that he is, being ground tied can be a little tough for him because he can't socialize if he's supposed to stand all by himself. But he actually did stand and did well. They put a nice bale of hay there, and so some of the horses were very tempted to try to eat that, but he just wanted to know where I was going and when I'd come back. So he, all in all, did well, especially for his first time in this kind of a situation. He was great. I was real tickled with him, and so hopefully next year we'll have time to actually compete in this. A young gal that has been riding with me for over a year and a half now also went to the trail challenge with me, and she rode Wyatt, my good standby guy that I've done a ton of stuff with. He's won a lot in the Mustang world and in the mounted shooting, and I also use him here at the ranch with colts. And you just saw me flagging Ranger in the first couple weeks of work with him. And so Shaylin and him had a blast. Wyatt got great reviews by all the judges there at the clinic, and Shaylin and him were just superstars. They did a fantastic job. And Wyatt was, in his younger days, just as speedy and just as busybody as Ranger is. So I do feel that one day Ranger is going to be another Wyatt, very steadfast, very dependable, and do anything. Wyatt and Shaylin have really become a great little team together, and you can really see Wyatt looking to do the correct things, and he really worked great for her. So I have hopes that they will continue to do some stuff together. Porter and his owner, Crystal, have really come a long way. They did a great job here. Porter really worked for her and listened to her cues and her aids, and that was something that he had a hard time with. He got distracted real easy, and so this was a great chance for both of them to really gain a lot of confidence in each other and their abilities to be able to get things done. Porter will continue his training here with us for a few more months, but it won't be long, and him and Crystal will be out there winning some ribbons and some trophies and such in the Oregon equestrian team, and who knows where they'll go from then, but I think they both got a great start.